Hello, dear fans, friends, subscribers. Welcome to the Sunday edition of the Cricket Happening Show today with your host Ram. And well, we have two matches which finished. One is the Ashes series. Finally came to an end. Yes, the Aussies retaining the urn, but England definitely did themselves very proud when they actually won the last Test match of they won it on the fourth day itself here with 1 day to spare, as they won the match by 135 runs, and thus in the ICC Test Championship, both the teams picking up 56 points. So that is the culmination of the Ashes series. Matthew Wade made a very fighting century, but nevertheless it was the bowling of Broad and also Leach, because of the wear and tear in the pitch, getting the ball to do something out of the rough and getting the victory. The other match that happened was between Bangladesh versus Afghanistan, which was a match one was looking forward to in the Tri-Series. And Afghanistan, as you know, have been having a very good record against Bangladesh. They have already won 7 matches. This was their 8th consecutive win over Bangladesh in the T20s, as Afghanistan won by 25 runs. And also, they equaled the record that is standing in the name of Australia, who have won the most consecutive T20s. And in fact, Afghanistan have joined Australia today in doing so. So that really speaks volumes of this Afghanistan team, which has raw aggression packed with their demeanor, one could say. So definitely I'm going to have a look at both these matches. And unfortunately, the India versus South Africa game, the first of the T20, which was the season opener as far as India was concerned. As you know, in India it's the rainy season. The rainy season is slowly coming to an end in the month of September, and we had that particular match being washed out due to rain at Dharamshala. So first, let's head on to the Ashes and see what really happened. What a series we had. Let's talk about this Ashes series. It was a wonderful series. It was a real battle. We saw some great innings from Stephen Smith, almost making, I wouldn't know the real tally of Stephen Smith, but Stephen Smith was the cynosure of all eyes in this particular Ashes series. He was the man of the series as far as Australia were concerned. For England, it was Ben Stokes who took the man of the match award. Sorry, the man of the series, one could call. Ben Stokes the man of the series for England. Stephen Smith, without a shadow of doubt, the man of the series for Australia. Jofra Archer, the find of the tournament, was the player of the match. So just have a look at the card here. So today it didn't take much time for the Aussies to actually wind up the England innings, as England were bowled out for 323, 329, thus setting the Aussies a score of 399 runs to win the Test match. Well, I'll talk about. So Broad was not out in 12. Leach made 9. Jofra Archer was out for 3. And as far as the wicket taking goes, Nathan Lyon, the right-arm off spinner, at 469. As I said, definitely on the 4th day, we definitely saw a lot of turn on the pitch, and the roughs that were created by the cracks were really quite visible. So definitely Nathan Lyon taking 469, 2 for 52 to Siddle, Mitchell Marsh 2 for 40, and Pat Cummins at 2 for 67. The Australia with chasing a target of 399 runs to win. It was the same old sob story for David Warner, as David Warner completed probably his worst Ashes series of his career, as he was once again scalped by Stuart Broad, as Stuart Broad got David Warner for the 7th time in this Ashes series. It's quite a record, definitely joining the likes of probably I would say the old battle, if I'm correct. It is the battle between Alan Donald and Mike Atherton, now the cricket commentator. I can only remember that. So David Warner was the first to go. He nibbled at a delivery from Stuart Broad outside the off stump, and once again it was the similar line similar line, similar what do you call angle of delivery, where Broad has made it a habit now of coming round the wicket to the left-hander, and Warner nibbled at it, and the slip Roddy Burns was definitely into business. Caught Burns bowled Broad. David Warner gone for 11 with 2 boundaries. After that, another beautiful delivery got rid of Marcus Harris. Now Marcus Harris is also someone who has not had a good series so far. His off stump really went for a walk, as once again Broad delivering from round the wicket. Another left-hander, another wicket, angling in, straightening of the seam, and was all over as the off stump went for a real walk. Marcus Harris gone, bowled by Broad for 9. 2 wickets were down, and the Aussies were in trouble early on. Labuschagne and Smith were at the crease, and Labuschagne, who had done a good job, as you know, in this whole series, this time could not carry it any further. Leach was bowling, and as I said, we definitely saw the pitch having some wear and tear with some roughs created, and one of those roughs really helped, and this was a shot where Labuschagne probably thought that he would actually attack Leach and get himself off, but that really didn't work out, as Labuschagne came down the wicket, but he could not regain the crease. His back toe was not in the crease line, and the third umpire did not have much hesitation in ruling Labuschagne out. Stump Barristow bowled Leach for 14 with 1 boundary. So that was the time. The score at 56 for 3. Stephen Smith was joined in by Matthew Wade. Now Stephen Smith, as you know, has been having a great tournament, and definitely the other day we spoke about Stephen Smith getting 80 runs was his lowest score, but today really it plummeted. Stephen Smith was consumed for 23 today with 4 boundaries. So this was the real failure for Stephen Smith in the whole Ashes series. Other than that, he has been a picture of confidence. Now this was a sort of a game plan on the part of the Aussies, game plan on the part of the Englishman, I reckon. Basically, what they did is they got a leg gully for Stephen Smith, and the plan definitely worked. The length ball, Smith was trying to trying to tickle it around the corner, and Stokes actually took a good catch at leg gully, and once Smith went, England would have probably thought that now the match was in their hands, as the score read 85 for 4. Matthew Wade was and Matthew Wade did not waste much time. He decided that the only way he's going to deal with the England bowlers was to really start hitting them all round. He started off in right earnest, and he got some company. He was doing his job of playing some nice strokes, driving beautifully, also pulling the ball very well. Mitchell Marsh came in, and Mitchell Marsh contributed 24 with 4 boundaries before the England captain Joe Root picked up his wicket. Joe Root got a ball which he actually tossed it up, and it was Mitchell Marsh actually giving a very tame catch to Butler. So Mitchell Marsh was gone for 24. Tim Paine made 21. It was LBW bowled Leach. Now again, as I said, the footmarks really helping Leach there once again, as the ball got some good turn, hit him on the back pad. Tim Paine was walking, LBW bowled Leach, but one man who was still there firmly was Matthew Wade, who was keeping the hopes for the Aussies, but I know it was a very tough ask, but Matthew Wade continued to entertain the crowd, and he played a wonderful innings, as once the tailenders Cummins and Siddle were in the picture, Cummins came, Matthew Wade knew that he had to really go on playing his stroke. That's what he precisely did. But what an enterprising knock from Matthew Wade. 117, 17 fours and 1 6 into that particular knock. And finally, it was Wade who, as I said, was playing in a fearless manner. And Joe Root was the one who picked up his wicket as he was stumped by Barristow behind the stumps. Tim Paine made 21, and after that it was definitely all over. once Matthew Wade was into the pavilion, being the eighth person to be dismissed. Cummins made 9, Siddle was not out on 13, Nathan Lyon 1, Hazelwood, all consumed by the tailenders were consumed by Mike Leach. The spinner 263 all out, and thus England registering 135 runs victory in the final test, besides also squaring the Ashes series. But as you know, Australians were the one who actually retained the Ashes. Broad, tremendous bowling. He got 20 wickets in this whole series, Ashes series. 15 overs, 1 maiden, 62 runs and 4 wickets. Leach definitely taking advantage of all the cracks in the pitch, getting into the fourth day. 22 overs, 8 minutes, 49 runs and 4 wickets, sharing the spoils there. 2 wickets for 26 for Joe Root, who bowled some knockers off breaks, especially I thought it was a good ploy on the part of Joe Root to come into play. Basically, after seeing the way Leach was bowling and the way Leach was getting the ball to bite on this particular track, I thought Joe Root made the wise decision of coming on. So well done, England. And as I said, we had a riveting Ashes series coming to an end. I don't have any words to say. It was a riveting Ashes series for sure. So anyway, so the congratulations to Australia who won the. And I was already told you, Stephen Smith was the player of the series. What Ashes series for Stephen Smith to remember. At the other end of the spectrum, David Warner had a horror Ashes series, I would say. So nevertheless, so it's all over. So now from here, I go on to Bangladesh for the OBA tri-series that is happening. Today the match was being played between Afghanistan and Bangladesh at the Sher-e Bangla National Stadium in Dhaka, and let's see what really transpired. So Afghanistan were the ones who actually batted first, and what a start for Bangladesh. The pace bowler Mohammad Saifuddin definitely impressed one and all today, and what a delivery he produced, absolute peach. I mean, to get the first delivery of the Afghanistan innings to be an absolute peach was something which one could have gone there to really watch. It was a beautiful leg cutter, starting probably on the middle and leg stump from Mohammad Saifuddin, and then Ramanullah attempting a stroke would have probably not expected it. The ball moved and his off stump was pegged back. What a delivery, tremendous delivery. Forced Ramanullah Gurbaz to come forward, and the ball shaping through the air, going on to clatter the off stump. And Ramanullah Gurbaz was gone, bowled by Mohammad Saifuddin for naught. That was wicket number 1, and that was a great start for Bangladesh to the T20 match against Afghanistan. Hazratullah Zazai was scalped by Shakib Al Hasan. Hazratullah attempting a shot of Shakib Al Hasan, in fact getting the top edge of the bat. Liton Das taking a good catch. He was gone for 1. Najib Tarakai was a victim of the bowling of Mohammad Saifuddin. Another good catch taken. So again, as I said, Mohammad Saifuddin today was all fire. He was bowling beautifully, he was getting the pace up, and it was Tarakai was out to the bowling of Mohammad Saifuddin. After that, Najbullah Zadran, who played so well the other day, was a victim of the bowling of Shakib Al Hasan. Now this was to me an arm ball from Shakib Al Hasan, and Najibul Zadran trying to drive the ball, probably played a bit too early on the stroke. The ball went sky high, and long off got a steepler, and Najibul Zadran was gone as Afghanistan plummeted to 40 for 4 in the 6th over, and it was the scorecard was not looking good at all. But 2 of the experienced blokes were in the middle at that time. One was Asghar Khan, the former captain. He was joined in by the most experienced Mohammad Nabi, and both had their struggle. The bowling was absolutely spot on. It was a real struggle. They had to really repair things, which definitely they did it very well with the bowling. The Bangladesh bowling looking very sharp. Saifuddin really setting the tone. Shakib Al Hasan, Mustafizur, Taijul Islam, the left arm spinner, everyone bowling very well, and it was not easy to get runs. But then when the final bend came, this is the time. As you know, the Afghans are basically known for their very good aggression. They have the raw power in them to send the ball into the fence or over the fence. And that's what we precisely saw as the A game started coming up. Asghar Afghan started hitting some sixes. Mohammad Nabi, as you know, he is someone who started dealing in sixes. Asghar Afghan made 40 of 37 deliveries, 3 fours and 2 sixes, before Mohammad Saifuddin, coming in for his second spell, picked up the wicket of Asghar Afghan. But Mohammad Nabi was there to really have a real go at the Bangladesh bowlers, in which he also treated Mustafizur Rahman with some disdain, and the spinners were going for plenty as he played a wonderful knock. What a knock from Mohammad Nabi to take Afghanistan to 164 for 6. His contribution being an unbeaten 84 of just 54 balls, which had some thundering strokes in it, a thundering 7 sixes and 3 boundaries into that particular knock. Gulbuddin Naib was out for naught. Kareem Jannat was not out on 5. 164 for 6, thanks to that Mohammad Nabi knock and Asghar Afghan. And Mohammad Nabi's knock was simply to say it was simply superb. Bowling, if you see, Mohammad Saifuddin, as I said, really impressed, especially that delivery that he got to bowl Rahmanullah Gurbaz. 4 overs made in 4 for 33 for Mohammad Saifuddin. Shakib Al Hasan was a picture of economy today. 4 overs made in 2 for 18. Mustafizur Rahman, 4 overs done for 25. Tajul Islam, 4 overs done for 32. Soumya Sarkar. Now Tajul Islam got some tap here on the last over when 16 runs were taken, which spoiled his figures. Soumya Sarkar was taken to the cleaners. He was not given any time to settle down. 2 overs was really, I would say, punished to the tune of 31 runs. Mosaddaq Hussain, 1 over none for 12. Mahmudullah bowled 1 over none for 3. Now, very quickly, we are talking about the Bangladesh innings. The Bangladesh innings, the problem for Bangladesh was that not the problem, just telling you that Bangladesh captain Shakib Al Hasan decided to do a sort of a rejig in the batting order. He had Liton Das opening up with Mushfiqur Rahim today opening the innings. But Mujibur Rahman, the right arm offie, the lanky off spinner who has all sorts of variations, proved very tough. As Liton Das attempted the stroke, he was gone for naught. But Mushfiqur Rahim was claimed by the left arm pace bowler Farid Ahmed, as Mushfiqur Rahim tried to scoop a delivery, but in the process it was his timber that got scooped out of the ground. So Mushfiqur Rahim was gone. Farid Ahmed was absolutely pumped up. He was all fist after getting that wicket of Mushfiqur Rahim, and that was a big wicket. So that was a real blow for them, losing Mushfiqur Rahim early on. Shakib Al Hasan was also a victim of the bowling. That was not a good shot from Shakib Al Hasan, one thought, of the bowling of Mujibur Rahman. As Shakib was trying to back away, it was the ball straightened a bit. Shakib trying to swing it, got a leading edge. He was gone. Mahmudullah was the only one who did something of note, trying to take some sort of an attacking attitude towards the bowlers. Mahmudullah made 44 of 39, 5 fours, but other than that, Soumya Sarkar was dismissed once again by Mujibur Rahman for not. Sabbir Rahman made 24. He was gone by Gulbuddin Naib. Afif Hussain, the other day hero, could not do much. He was a victim of the bowling of Gulbuddin Naib as he attempted a big stroke and long off actually took the catch. It was Najbullah Zadran. Mosaddaq Hussain, then it was the time for the Afghan captain to get into the wickets column. Mosaddaq Hussain was bowled by Rashid Khan for 12. Saifuddin out for 2 to Rashid Khan. Islam not out. Mustafizur Rahman swung his bat a few times. 15 of 7, 2 fours, 1 6. 139 all out. Game over. Afghanistan winning the match by 25 runs. Probably their third or fourth consecutive victory over Bangladesh. Probably it was a long time, in 2014 I reckon, that Bangladesh had one victory over the Afghanistans. And Afghanistan are proving their extreme power in T20 cricket. Because the only reason that I say that is because they have equaled the one of the best teams in the cricketing arena, or the Aussies, who are holding the record for the most number of consecutive victories in T20, and Afghanistan have gone on to equal that. Let's look at the bowling here. Mujibur Rahman, tremendous bowling figures. 4 overs, no maiden, 4 for 15. Farid Ahmed was costly, but he picked up 233. Karim Janat, 3 overs, none for 27. Mohammad Nabi, 2 overs, none for 11. Rashid Khan, the leggy, 4 overs, no maiden, 223. Gulbuddin Naib, 4 overs, no maiden, 227. And Mohammad Nabi, for his clattering innings of 84, was declared man of the match. Well, dear fans and subscribers, very unfortunately, the Dharamsala match between India and South Africa, the first T20, was totally washed out due to rain. And this being said, it's about time for me to pull my curtain down on this cricket show. Hope you all loved it. And with more to come, probably on the next weekend, as I said, time permitting, I'll be in a position to do the cricket show. Normally on weekdays, as you know, I'm not being able to do the cricket show, but I could definitely make an effort to do the cricket show on a daily basis. And it has always been a pleasure talking to you on this cricket show, and I hope it's likewise there with all my friends and subscribers. If at all you still want to have a look at me, you can get on to the Twitter page where I'll be tweeting on cricket, and also my website which is the cricket-status.com. You can go and have a visit at the website where I would be doing some sort of cricket writing. Well, dear fans, subscribers, this being said, it's about time for me to sign off finally this on a Sunday. Thank you.